Hello, I'm Jeff Pearce, and this is Ethiopia. We're in Dessie, Wollo. Wollo, I'm told, is a place where Ethiopians are proud to have all kinds of people. Amhara, Oromo, Tigrayan, Christian, Muslim, whatever. But now that tolerance is being tested. And it's not by another ethnic group, it's by an ideology. TPLF want to use hate to destabilize a country. So naturally, they've attacked Wollo. These people have seen the misery firsthand of what TPLF can do. There are 100,000 internally displaced people in Dessie right now. Very few NGOs are here to help. Meanwhile, in Tigray, there are more than 70 NGOs helping the IDPs there. Dessie is a nice metropolis nestled in mountains. You have the most gorgeous scenery within steps of where a high school has been converted into a safe haven for IDPs, but they can't accept anymore. Naima Eroga is the coordinator of this particular IDP camp.
ከዓለም አቀፍ ተቋማት የምናገኘው ድጋፍ በባለሀብቱ የተሸፈነ ነው ወይም ከቨሬጅ የተደረገ ነው.
One NGO presented them with 50 beds. That's appreciated, but there are about 1,200 people here. At another IDP camp a little ways across town, work at Dessie thanks the people of Dessie for their help, but complains about a lack of support at the government levels.
አዲያ ምን እንሆን መንግስት አላየንም እኮኛ ዝም ብለን ማተቀምጠን ህዝብ ነው እንጂ የሚረዳን ነው መንግስት አላየንም መንግስት ይወቀና በቃ ጁንታ ውስጥ የሚባረር መንገድ ውስጥ የሚገለጥ መንግስት ይወቀናና የሚረዳው ነገር ይርዳን እኛ የደሴ ሰው ብቻ ነው እንደሚያውቀን ነው ህዝብ እንዴት ህዝብ እንዲወድቆ ፈሶ በመንገድ ላይ ወድቆ ራስቲ ሴቱ ወደቀ የ8 ወር ልጅ የ9 ወር ልጅ ወድቆ ቀረ ወይም ደግሞ አራስ ወድቆ ቀረ ብሎ ማን ጠይቆና ወንድሞቻችን እህቶቻችን ሬሳቸውን ተረግጠን ስንመጣ አረሙተውባቸዋን ብሎ ማን አየን ያየን የለም ቤታችን ልጆቻችን ስንት አመት አስተምረን ልጆቻችን ስንት አመት መከራ በልተን ደሃዎቹ አሳድገን አስተምረን ለጁንታ ነው ሰተን የመጣነው ሬሳቸውን ተረግጠን የመጣነው ለምን ይሄ ይሆናል መንግስት ለምን መፍትሄ አይሰጠንም አንድ መፍትሄ ይስጠነሱ በቃ ቃሉን ይጠይቅና.
But thanks to the community support, people are getting fed. Children, always surprisingly resilient, play games and scamper around and do what kids do. It's difficult to tell, of course, how much the war has left its mark on them. It's also worth noting that when we first started talking with folks minding this place, they said they had heard of no cases of rape among the IDPs by the TPLF. In fact, one wrote it off to the heightened propaganda. But then we came across one case of a 30-year-old woman who says she was gang-raped by TPLF soldiers. She had just gone through a cesarean section, and the brutal assault took its physical toll. She has 3 children, 2 still back in Mirza with her younger brother. Genet of Mirza told us her story.
ዛመርሳ ከተማ ጦርነት አለ ህዋት በሚያደርገው ድርጊት ማለት ነው እና እኔ ሴት ነኝ ሴት እህቶች አሉኝ ወንድሞች አሉኝ እኔ ግን ትንሽ ከነሱ የተሻልኩኝ ወጥቻለሁኝ ወንድሜ አልመጣም እህቴም አልመጣችም ባሌም አልመጣም እዛው ነው ያለው ቤት ንብረቱም እዛው ነው ያለው ከተማ ወድማዴ በቃ ሙሉ በሙሉ ማለት ነው ከተማው እንዳለ አሁን ስብታያት በቃ የእንትና አውድማ ምንም ገንዘብም የለ ቤትም የለም ንብረትም የለም ምንም ነገር የለም መርሳ ከተማ እንደለ አውድማለ አውድማ ነው የሆነው.
Naima Eroga says that this camp took in people from all ethnic groups in the beginning. As most came from Mirza, they are mostly Amhara.
ብሔርን በተመለከተ ስለ ብሔርተኝነት ወይም ደግሞ ስለ ብሔር ሳይሆን እኛ እየሰበከን ያለ ነው አገር ሰላም እንድትሆን ነው ማንንም ሊሆን ይችላል መቀሌም ሊሆን ይችላል ምንም ሊሆን ይችላል የኛ የኢትዮጵያ መሬት ነች ኢትዮጵያዊ ነው እና እዚህም ያለው ሰው ትግሪና ጠፋለሁ እንደዚህ አደርጋለሁ ሚል አንድም ተፈናቃይ የለም.
We did find a couple of young men who do at least want to fight to protect their families and homes. Solomon Alamu, 21, is from Mirza as well. He's been in the camp more than 12 days.
አዎ ጦርነቱ የሚያሰለጥነና ኃይላ ካለ አሁንም ከኛ እንደኔ እኔም በሆነ አሁንም ደስ ይለኛል የሚያሰለጥን ካይነ ካለ ወጣቱ ምንም ወደ ኋላ የሚልበት ምክንያት ያለው አይመስለኝም.
This other young man says his family and neighbors used to provide support for the military, but when the forces moved out of the area, they chose to flee to Wollo. But the TPLF moved in on Wollo, so it was on to Mirza. From Mirza, they had to escape to Dessie. Eventually, he got in touch with his father, who told him that back in his hometown, the TPLF were committing rapes and murders and taking everything, even one burr if you've got it on you. They are allegedly taking young people like him to the front, holding their families hostage. We have no way of knowing if what his father told him is true, but you can see what's happening. People traumatized and displaced by war hear through family and friends of more bloodshed, more atrocities. Why shouldn't they believe them, given their experiences? The TPLF campaign of terror has achieved one thing: hatred of TPLF. The point of our coming here was not to show people whose suffering is worse than that of the people of Tigray. The point is that so far their suffering has barely made an impression at all on the West, and there is no point in acknowledging it and making a big show of humanitarian aid if you're going to keep bashing the very country and people you insist on influencing. This is the TPLF's legacy. An ideology that believes in ID cards saying what ethnic group you're from. An ideology that vilifies Amhara and seeks to divide other ethnic groups. Another name for that is apartheid. We don't say in World War II that the Germans were trying to exterminate Jews. We say Nazis believed in white Aryan supremacy and were trying to exterminate the Jews. We don't say it was the white Italian ethnic group who invaded East Africa. We say fascists from Italy once used poison gas and bombed hospitals in Ethiopia. Why, then, is the US and other Western countries afraid to treat the TPLF like ISIS, like Al-Qaeda, like Boko Haram? This is their legacy. I would say the US and other Western countries' collective conscience has been misplaced.